just picked me up in the car. He held me as a hostage in the gas station for over an hour, beat me up. And I just want to come home, and I want him away from me.
Okay. Who is he to you?
He's just a boyfriend.
Okay.
A boyfriend, a gas station, a woman who couldn't leave. What officers found when they arrived would go far beyond a domestic dispute.
He just picked me up in the car. He held me as a hostage in the gas station for over an hour, beat me up. And I just want to come home, and I want him away from me.
Okay. Who is he to you?
He's just a boyfriend.
Okay.
His name is Edward. I just want him to leave me alone. And to leave, we're both on the lease. I want him out.
Okay. Is
I
he
want
upstairs?
him arrested.
Is he upstairs?
Yes, and he's going through all my shit, and I want him gone.
What all happened today then?
I wouldn't pay his phone bill. I wouldn't pay his phone bill until he held me hostage at the gas station until I would pay it.
How did he do that?
By not letting me go.
Okay. Were you guys? What kind of car were you guys in? That one? Was he driving or were you driving?
I was. He held the key.
He took the key from you? Okay. You guys aren't
His
married?
car? No, not married.
You guys don't have any kids together?
No.
Okay. How long have you guys been living here?
July, August, September, October, November.
About 5-6 months?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've known each other for over 17 years.
Okay. How long have you guys been together?
Just now. Just this past, my husband passed away in January.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And so I moved here from South Carolina back here. And he was the only one I knew at that time.
Is this as far as it goes?
I guess.
To the elbow?
Yeah. I mean,
you're not hurt up here?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And he punched me here, and I just...
I'm going to
it
get a
hurts a
picture
little
of your
bit
arm
here.
real quick.
But I don't...
How did he do that to you?
He wouldn't let me go.
Like
so,
he was just holding on to you?
No, he
or?
kept punching me in the face over and over and doing this, and I was fighting back.
Okay. Are there any kind of weapons or firearms upstairs?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
I don't carry any because I don't believe in it. But
Okay.
He's from here. How did he do that? Scratch you?
he bit me. He scratched me.
yeah,
There's the teeth right there. He wouldn't let me drive out of the Marathon gas station, and I tried to defend myself, and I just kept hitting until he'd go away.
Do you think he's going to be okay with us, or do you think he's going to try and put up a fight?
I don't know.
Okay.
He's been in the hospital for psychotic episodes. I don't know.
Okay.
He's not okay.
And you're willing to go down with us and sign charges?
I just want to do whatever it takes that I need to do.
Was he A or B?
It's B. He'd go all the way up to the right.
Under Ohio Revised Code Section 2919.25, domestic violence requires only that the offender knowingly cause physical harm to a household member. Financial motive is not a defense. The method of conduct creates liability, not the underlying dispute. Grabbing the ignition key of a moving vehicle on a public highway goes beyond domestic assault. It satisfies reckless endangerment, creating imminent danger to every motorist in the vicinity. Ohio Revised Code, Section 2905.03, unlawful restraint is met when a person knowingly restricts another's liberty under circumstances creating physical risk. Holding the victim at a gas station for over 1 hour while assaulting her satisfies every element. The victim stated she had accepted death threats as routine. Ohio Revised Code, Section 2903.22, criminal menacing applies regardless. Habituation to threats does not diminish their legal force.
I'm on the right. Please don't let my stuff get all destroyed.
Hi.
Yeah,
Are you Edward?
yeah,
Let's go back up there and talk real fast, okay? She's here right now, or she's getting bandaged up right now.
I'm sorry.
She's getting bandaged up by EMS right now.
Bandage up
Yeah, so what was that from?
from her biting me when I tried to get my car key.
It's your car?
Yes,
But she was driving?
yes.
How did she get marks on her?
She probably got blood on her, mine from my blood.
No, there's marks. What happened?
I'm trying to get the
Can you
car,
sit down on the, yep, thank you.
I'm trying to get my car key out. I put it in neutral, and when I did,
So from the beginning, from today, what all started it today?
So we're leaving here to go to the phone store because I needed to pay the bill. The other day, I put $200 on his bank card. He normally pays for stuff too. I'm not saying he doesn't, he does. So I put $200 on his bank card, And I said, go ahead and pay the phone bill. Either both or one or the other. There was over $158 on that bill. So he spent, he went to the Cheesecake Factory, he spent $40, and then the rest was there. And I said, okay, why he doesn't do what he says, I don't know. I said, did you pay the phone bill? He says, no. I said, why? That's what I gave you the money for. So today I said, why don't we go together and pay the bill in person so it's paid? Give me the money I gave you yesterday. Why would I pay twice? That became a big issue. Everything was a big issue. I wasn't doing everything that he wanted me to do on command. He wanted his phone on right now. And it took 2 hours to shut it on because I wouldn't do it. So he starts beating me.
How does he start doing that?
He just grabs me, grabs my arm, starts punching me in the face, starts grabbing my arm, bit it, I think.
And was this in the parking lot of
in the parking lot at the Marathon gas station. The closest one to get me here, well, I jumped on the freeway. I got gas there. Oh, I put $5 in his tank, and he about the $5. That's another thing. That's why I stopped at the gas station.
So today, the only time that you used your phone for GPS was to come to here, I think.
Okay.
At least that's what it, from what it looks like.
I pulled that up to come home because I want to make sure I'm doing it right.
Yeah. Do you remember which marathon it was?
You know the closest marathon? I jumped on one freeway to get here. That's all I know. So we were leaving there. We ended up I said we need gas. The hitting and the cussing and the words and it just kind of all blurred together after a while.
That all started at the gas station though, right?
He started running his mouth, but the physicalness, I think, started, at the gas station.
Do you know around what time that was?
Hour or two, maybe 2 hours ago.
And you guys were in this car, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I was driving. He has I have no recollection of time when you're in that space.
Yeah, absolutely. So while you guys were in the gas station parking lot, he started grabbing you, hitting you in the face.
And screaming, and then when I tried to go, he's trying to pull the key. All I'm trying to do is drive here.
Yeah.
Just get here. He was trying to, on the freeway, on the way here, stop and go, because he kept pulling the key, and I kept covering him, and I kept holding him off like this. And then at one time at the gas station is when he just did everything, punching and hitting and biting.
Okay. Did anything happen after you guys got back here? No? So it was all pretty much at the gas station?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did he ever threaten you in any way?
Yeah.
What exactly did he say?
He always says, I want to kill you. If you don't listen, I want to kill you. I thought that was not a normal. I know it's not normal.
Yeah.
And he's got such a temper that just flips on a dime. He's supposedly 40 plus years sobriety. I've got 17 years sobriety. And it's like, really?
Okay. I'm going to go grab a form for you real quick just to fill out. It's just a statement form. So pretty much everything that you told me, if you can, just write it down on paper in detail, just so that I have that down on paper as well. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back, okay? He has a small cut on his left hand, like right here. Do you know how that happens?
I could be defending myself.
Okay.
So that's all obviously I was defending, I'm not going to let you keep hurting me without...
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm defending myself.
Okay. You said that he hit you in the face a few times?
Right there. It's a little darker, but it's a little tender.
Okay.
I don't know if you can tell. It's not easy.
I'm just going to take a quick picture of that too. And then anywhere else other than your arm and your face?
That's it. Because I was driving, so had access to all this and this.
Okay. Alrighty.
I'm going to go in and get warm. And
yeah, if you want to, you can go sit inside and do that, yeah.
I'm going to go in the restaurant.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you didn't do anything physical to him?
Yeah, I defended myself, of course.
Okay. So
did I start it? No. He wanted his phone bill paid. I wasn't doing it right now.
But you went to pay your phone?
I did.
Okay.
Why should I have to pay your phone? Okay, I'm just saying.
I get it.
Okay.
So,
And so I was beaten mentally to pay his bill for him to leave me alone, basically. Because I don't pay his bill normally.
Okay. So he was trying to get the car key from you?
And he told me to get out and walk on the freeway? No, ma'am. I'm just saying. He was trying to get the key, yes. Because
what did you do so he couldn't get the key?
I held my hand over the key, period, in the ignition. So I'm driving, I keep my hand here. And when we pulled over on the highway, I keep my hand on the key because he kept going like this and shifting the gears.
Okay.
So we would emergency stop or not, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I would sit down the side of the road till he calmed down, and then I would start it up and try to drive again. And every time I tried to drive, he'd shift the thing real quick or whatever. He wanted me to get out. I wasn't going to get out in the middle of the freeway.
Right.
So I kept defending myself to drive to get here as safe as I could.
How did he get injured?
I was defending myself.
So you bit him?
I don't know what I did. After all this, I was defending myself. He punched me out, I don't know how many times in the face. He did all this. He came at me thinking I have some boy toy up there. So with his mouth and his accusations, he's coming at me physically. I'm not the aggressor, because I don't do that. I will walk away in a heartbeat. Let me walk away. He won't let me walk away.
You were saying you weren't letting him get his car key, and then you bit him.
Okay, all out of the air. I know.
It's basically like a he said, she said type of situation.
But I've got the Okay.
This incident occurred while the suspect was on active bond from Indiana for prior domestic violence against a former wife. A new offense, while on bond, triggers revocation in the originating jurisdiction, compounding exposure across multiple states. The warrant check returned 2 felony warrants from 2008, tampering with evidence under Section 2921.12 out of Summit County and passing forged checks under Section 2913.31 at the federal level. Each warrant independently authorizes arrest under the Fourth Amendment. The victim's physical resistance falls within Ohio Revised Code, Section 2901.05, the state's self-defense statute. Force used to repel an ongoing attack is legally justified. An injury on the aggressor does not shift criminal liability. Initiation of force, not resulting injury, is determinative. The Supreme Court established in Graham versus Connor that use of force is judged from the officer's perspective at the moment of the decision. Prior knowledge of the suspect's psychiatric hospitalization legitimately elevated threat assessment before approach. Requesting a written victim statement reflects awareness of recantation risk, the leading cause of failed domestic prosecutions. A signed contemporaneous account survives pressure between incident and trial. Verbal statements often do not.
I'm going to hold my tongue. I'm trying to tell you verbatim what happened, how I defended myself, and now I'm here.
So after this whole altercation happened, it was all said and
We
done.
sat at the Marathon gas station forever. It seemed like an hour or two. It seemed like forever. The lady came out and said, "Are you okay?" I couldn't say it. She saw I was crying. I didn't know what I was going to trigger in that anymore.
Okay.
He has a tendency of violence. He is out on bond from Indiana because he's beat up his wife.
Okay.
So he does have a history of this with women.
Okay.
Okay. I've known him for 17 years off and on. My husband just passed away in South Carolina.
Yeah.
That's where I came from.
Okay.
And I've been here about 3 or 4 or 5 months.
Okay. But so after the Marathon gas station, where'd you guys go?
We calmed down enough to come home. Or no, we paid the phone bill. Excuse me.
Yeah. So you went to the phone store and then came here.
Yes, ma'am. Nowhere else but the phone and here.
Okay. You want to go talk over here?
Yeah. For right now, you can finish completing that. Right now, just stay separated from him. I'm gonna go down there and see if there's any video footage.
Yes, and plus, get the lady that's working now, she came out to the car and she asked me if I was okay. And I looked at her, I was crying, and I didn't tell her anything, but she knew something was wrong.
Okay.
Did she see your arm or anything, or his?
I don't know. I'm not sure at that time, but I know she knew what I was trying to communicate as a woman.
Okay.
And I needed to get out, but I didn't know how, and I needed to get home.
Do you guys have any cameras that point outside to where they were?
We do, but I can't access them, so I'd have to get my manager
Okay,
to.
that's fine. Did you see anything happen there? Okay. Do you know around what time that was?
I'd say like they left around 3, so
Around 3?
like 2:40 to 3, somewhere in there.
Because it's 3 o'clock right now.
Oh shit! Sorry, I came in early.
You're fine.
I meant between 1:40 to 2.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay.
Thank you.
So what was that?
They just girlfriend boyfriend having an argument about paying a phone bill, pretty much.
Oh.
So, but thank you.
Yeah.
When you went out there, did you see any blood on either of them?
No, it's when I asked if they're okay.
Okay.
Seemed fine to me.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, now he takes the door. See, he takes all the shit out. Okay.
Are you able to come back down? So you want to grab a jacket?
Yeah.
We're just gonna go over to my cruiser right here real quick, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna take this from you real quick. So you have a couple warrants out for your arrest, okay?
For what?
I'll let you know in a second.
Okay.
I'll be gentle with you since you got your arm all cut up. So you have a couple felony warrants if you want to step over here by this back
Can you
tire.
get my stuff?
I will.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not going to leave it there.
Okay, thank you.
You have a couple felony warrants that are from like 2008.
For what?
One was for tampering with evidence, and I believe that's out of Summit County.
And I went to court for those.
Well, you still also have one out of us
Oh.
for, I think, passing forged checks or something along the sorts.
Okay.
So
I'm not doing that one. Okay.
I'll just have you take a seat, okay?
How do you do this?
Just put your butt in, like face backward, put your butt in, and then try to scoot back if you can.
Oh, I just can't move right. Sorry.
No, you're fine. And you don't have anything on your person, anything that's illegal or anything like that?
Everything's in my bag.
Okay. And then I'll try and make this all pretty quick, okay?
Okay.
So, like I said before, you have two felony warrants. One is out of us for back in 2008. So I'm assuming this is for passing forged checks or something along the sorts.
I got sober in 208, so I'm not really sure.
Okay.
I'm drawing a blank right now because I got sober.
And then the other one is actually out of Summit County at the end of 2008 for a tampering charge.
What's tampering mean? What is
Like you do something with evidence. Say if you just committed a crime and you get rid of that gun, you dispose of that gun, you destroy that gun, that's tampering with evidence.
These are so long ago.
Exactly.
I just can't recall. I'm sorry.
No.
Edward receives a D. Sustained assault, unlawful restraint, repeated death threats, reckless endangerment on a public highway, all while on active bond for the same category of offense. He did not resist arrest, the only factor preventing an F. The victim receives a B+. She secured law enforcement, provided a consistent account, cooperated fully with documentation, and disclosed the Indiana bond, legally material information. Her resistance was lawful self-defense. The officer receives an A-. Parties separated, injuries documented, witness contacted, surveillance footage identified, written statement secured, arrest conducted with deliberate restraint, deduction, no Miranda advisement captured before the suspect, made substantive incriminating statements. 3 takeaways. 1, coercive control is cumulative. Courts evaluate the full course of conduct, not a single act. A pattern of threats, financial coercion, and restraint collectively meets the criminal threshold. 2 warrants do not expire through inaction. Charges from 2008 remain fully executable in 2025. A warrant resolves only through surrender, arrest, or court dismissal, never through the passage of time alone. 3, a victim's injury to an aggressor during lawful self-defense does not create mutual liability. The law distinguishes between the initiating party and the defending party. Context, not outcome, determines culpability. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out our second channel, Loganai Subscribing and Have Sign, Street Bodycam, for more police interaction and courtroom content.